fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to talk about is the overall idea behind an ad campaign and ad campaign planning, okay? Because we're going to develop our advertising campaigns, we really have to think about is who we're going to be targeting, what are we going to say, how are we going to reach them, how do we know if it actually worked, all these kind of things. And we have videos that go through each parts of the ad campaign, so this is kind of like your overview, giving you an overall idea of how it kind of goes through things. And when you're really starting about your ad campaign planning, you really got to start by identifying the target group you're going to be going for with these ads and this advertising campaign. Who are you going to be speaking to in these ads? Who's the audience you really want to address? You know, are you going to be going for baby boomers, right? Or are you going to be going for college students? Because won't that influence the type of ads you're going to make, where you're going to put them, what you're going to say, the language you're going to use, the examples you're going to use, all that's going to be influenced by who you're going to target. So that's the first thing. And then once we have our target, then we have to think about is what's our objective with this advertising? What do we want to do with it? Are we trying to build awareness? Like, oh, we just want people to know that our movie's coming out May 16th. Or are we trying to get them to understand something like, oh, do you know why Cheerios is better for you than Frosted Flakes? It's heart healthy. Okay, we're trying to inform them with these ads. I got that. Or are we trying to get them to go someplace? Oh, this summer, come see our concert series at the Met. You have to think about that because the objective you have with your advertising is going to influence, again, what you're going to be saying, how you're going to be dealing with it, how you're going to promote it. All this kind of stuff comes into there. And once you have the group you're going to target and the objective, what you want to do with those ads, then we need to start setting our budget. Because you really have to determine and set your advertising budget in order to know what can we do. Because yes, I want to reach as many people as possible, so we need to be in the Super Bowl. Your budget's only $1 million. I'm like, oh, well, if it's $4 million for 30 seconds, do they sell 2-second ads on the Super Bowl? No. Obviously, the budget you have will influence what you can do. I mean, that's why a lot of nonprofits really focus on online marketing because it's a lot cheaper than putting up billboards and TV ads and things like that. And so the budget numbers that you have is really going to be important in your advertising campaign planning. And the thing is, when you're setting that budget, you might look at it in terms of type of media. So you might break it down. Okay, 50% will go to TV, 25% will go to digital, 20% will go to billboard, and 5% for newspapers. But again, that might depend on who you're talking to, right? And so that's where we're looking at the next step. And the fourth one is conveying your message. We have to determine what's the best way to get our message across. Is it in video form? Is it in picture form? Is it just audio? What's the best way to do it? And so we have to really think about these things. Because if we realize our whole objective is to get people to understand how our product works, then maybe we need to do more video kind of stuff and then visual pictures where it's a step-by-step thing, so that will influence the kind of platforms we can use and the kind of media we can use for our ads. And that's why our next step is evaluating and selecting our marketing mix. So what are the different types of media we're going to use? And so we really look at is what's the most effective media. So if I'm going to be targeting college students, right, I'm not going to do billboard ads because to see a billboard, you have to be looking up. And what do students do? Well, they have their phones and they're looking down at their phones the whole time, right? They're like walking around like this. So maybe we need to invest in chalk painting and we write on the ground. You know, these are things you got to think about when you're thinking about the different media types. How do people take things in? If I'm going for a boomer audience, maybe that one, you know what? Newspapers where they're really like reading and focusing. So we're going to go that way. And on the local news, we're going to put TV ads during the local news time because we know that's when they're watching. So you really have to evaluate all the different options that are out there. And we do have videos on evaluating all the different options out there to see what works best to get to your audience, okay? And again, that goes back to the first part, knowing who your target is, okay? And after we've selected this media, and after we evaluate, we've identified, we know of our objective, all these kind of things, now, and only now, do we actually create the advertisements. Because now we know how much money we have to spend, we know who we're gonna be targeting, we know what we need to talk about, we have everything laid out in front of us, and now we create. You know, you put the horse in front of the cart, not the cart in front of the horse, right? You got to make sure you got it right. And so this way we're getting everything laid out. It's all ready for us. And now we can make the ads, okay? So you have to think about that. So that's that point, is actually creating those advertisements and implementing them, okay? And then after we got those out there, of course, your planning doesn't stop with, oh, we got the ads out and we walk away. No, of course not. You have to come back and you need to assess the ad campaign's impact. Did it do what we set out to do? That's why you set up those objectives in the beginning. If it's up there to build awareness, have we built awareness? What are the metrics you're going to use that build awareness? Is that people actually talk about it? People know about it? If your objective is to increase sales, did sales increase? We have to look at those things and see did it really work? Did it improve our brand image? Did it change the way people think about us? Did it inform people? Did it get people buying tickets to the movie theater? Get it people trying our Impossible Whopper instead of our normal Whopper? All these kind of things we're looking at and we're testing. And if we see that our ad campaign didn't meet its objectives, we want to look into why. Why didn't it work? Did we not get the right audience? Were we not hitting the right keynotes? Were we put it on the wrong website? I mean, think about it. If I'm going after college students, am I going to put ads on Facebook? No, they're not looking on Facebook. They're on Snap, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, these kind of things. I need to be there instead of on Facebook or MySpace or something like that, okay? So you have to think about those things. And again, we've got videos for each one of these steps, but I just wanted to give you kind of the overall idea behind an ad campaign and ad campaign planning, so you have an idea what you need to do if you need to set up your own ad campaign. Anyway, I wish you all the best. Bye.